This video is instructions on how to put together your first note document. What you will want to do to begin with is to go to your Google Docs page, click on Create New, create a new document, and you're going to want to call this document your block number, your last name, and then we're just going to click Notes. So once it comes up, you click on the title and type in your block number and your last name with the first letter capitalized and then the word Notes, and click OK. Then you need to open your source list, and so click on your source list and you should get a document that looks something like this. You will notice that on this particular source list, which by the way is one that was been put together by a student this year, there's the MLA citation and there's also a link. So what we're going to do is highlight the MLA citation. Notice we're leaving out the number there. We're going to copy it, and then we are going to open our document, which is Notes. And we are going to paste that MLA information in the Notes document. So that it looks something like this. Then we're going to go back to the document that has the link in it, and we're going to click on the link so that it will take us to the document that we wish to work with. Once you have been redirected to the document, you then need to locate something in the document that might be of some use to you in writing the paper. So let's go down here and take a look at these two sentences. In that story, an alien named Klaatu, godlike in appearance, we're told, steps from a ship that has appeared out of nowhere in the middle of Washington, D.C. This mysterious visitor is promptly shot and killed by a man who thinks he is the devil. Well, now, if I'm going to be writing a paper about people's response to unfamiliar situations and how they overreact, this might be a very good piece of data for me. So I'm going to copy that, and then I am going to go to the Notes page, and I'm going to paste that onto the Notes page. And here it is. Now I want to before I do that, I want to put this in quotation marks. So since it ends with a quotation mark, we're going to change those marks to single marks and put our quotation marks here. We also need to include, since this is a quotation, a parenthetical citation. So we note the parenthetical citation goes inside the final period, so we're going to put in a parenthesis. We also know that it is always the first important word of the MLA citation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it inside the parenthesis, and then I'm going to close the parenthesis. This is a web source, so there's not going to be a page number. Now I do have a slight punctuation problem here. The first quotation mark needs to be placed back inside the sentence, so we're going to move it back here, and so we now have that done. This is a note using a quotation. It is therefore a concrete detail. So we are going to change that to red. And now we are going to paraphrase it or to summarize it. And so I'm going to summarize it by saying that in the short story, Farewell to the Master, an alien, okay, Claytu, who is from another planet, is met by a man who kills him because the man believes that he is the devil. So we're going to change that because we don't really know who the he here is. It could be the man, or it could be Claytu, so we're going to change that to Claytu. And I think we better clean up our spelling as well, because the man in the short story, Farewell to the Master, Claytu, who is from another planet, is met by a man who kills him because the man believes that Claytu is the devil. Now, okay, so this is in my own words, but says essentially the same thing that is in this quotation. Therefore, it must be cited, so I'm going to go back here to inside the period, and I am going to put in the parenthetical citation that I have here. So we'll copy and paste that inside there. And so we now have a paraphrase. So that is one note. So now I'm going to find another note in this same article. So I'm going to paste the MLA again in here, go back to the article, and maybe we find something here. So let's say that we want to use this piece here. In its portrayal of scientists as open-minded idealists, the film embodies a thoroughly modern, optimistic belief in scientific progress and the glories that await if humanity only follows Claytu's example. So we're going to copy that. We're going to go down here. We are going to paste it in here, and we are going to cite it. So we can take this and copy it, put it in there, put quotation marks around it, and then we're going to change it to red. And then we are going to paraphrase this short story, Farewell to the Master. Shows scientists to be open-minded and urges the world to adopt Clayton's ways. Again, this is simply saying in my own words what this is, so I still have to give credit where credit is due, and so we're going to put article in here again, and then that is done. So we now have 2 notes out of 1 source. So for your the first review of your notes document, I want you to have 2 notes out of 2 different sources. They're all kept on the same document, so if, for example, we were then going to move on to, let's say we wanted to look at number 4 here, Close Encounter Kind, we would copy that, paste it into the Google Doc. Where did it go? There we are. Right here. Go to that document, find a couple of pieces, and repeat what we did above. And that is your the first review of your note document. Thank you very much.